So I know y'all been seeing the whole thing with the Marines being arrested, the 18 Marines being arrested. Um, so apparently in New York also, right? The army, the military, is working for certain establishments. Now, this is the prime example of the government being shady. We throwing these strobe lights real fast for you since you gotta have all types of nice setups and the stuff that come out your mouth could just be bland and ordinary or below average or below failure, right? So what's happening is we have a freedom from quartering troops, right? Quartering troops, meaning the troops, the army, everybody in the military, no matter what, under any circumstances in which battle they're fighting or whatever, they cannot come into our house. They cannot enter our apartments. They cannot come into our homes or anything. We have the freedom from quartering troops. So what's happening is, and what Kamala Harris is responsible for is, she opened up a aisle, like a community, like a gateway, like a path, right? She opened that up and she paid for it, basically. And all of the money that the migrants is making, they have to follow a program. So just because they're getting $5,000 cash or whatever they're getting, $13,000 food stamps or 13,000 EBT stamps, whatever you want to call it, just because they're getting that abundance of income, they have to follow a certain protocol and they have to obey the government and spend the money where it needs to be spent. And honestly and truthfully, Kamala Harris with that plan is justified. She she can legally do that just because she's working for politics, just because everybody isn't eating off that same benefit that she started in California. She's still legally obligated to do it and pull it off successfully and not be penalized for it. But what it does, it turns her fan base like us against her, or you guys against her, if she doesn't present the same thing to us. Now, it's a pattern, it's a certain type of budget that these migrants have to obey. They can't just go take the bread and cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out, cash out. Go back to the hotel that they staying in, right? For free, or they're taking the money out for housing. So that's the problem of the United States of America. And when the United States of America has allies, or if they have beef or whatever, and something happens and some scrutiny happens, the government that was the aggressor is tried under the United States law. And they know this. And they laugh because they made the law up for the United States government and they know all the loopholes and they know how to break it. So it just this does not matter because they aren't a regular civilian like you guys. So they're right now in the city taking over hotels. And you can tell that these people know to keep their mouth shut because the news reporters are out. People are out with cameras on TikTok and stuff like that. So now what you have is a discovery that the either Venezuelans or whatever you want to call them, or each and every distinctive diversity, ethnicity that's over here, they know something the average citizen that's been working their whole life don't know, and what's about to happen. So it looks like there's an scapegoat, right? And this scapegoat looks like it's underground. So they probably have a fast travel, maybe a massive elevator, in which they could run into a warehouse, a building, a mall or something, take this elevator down the stairs all the way underground, underneath the parking lots, and they have a whole civilization under there. So that's what's happening right now as we speak. And as you can see, the federal property workers Because I told you, you people don't understand a certain guideline that says in America that you should take advantage of so you can get rich. Certain federal property people are catching this and they're mad. They're upset. They're making it known and they can't take it. A lot of them are older white men and older white people. And as you can see, if you look at the videos, the government, meaning the Army, the Navy, the Marines, right? They're very brazen towards us, but they're protecting the migrants that's in these establishments that's living. So this is all basically Kamala Harris probably trying to reveal her budget plan that can pay us a certain amount of money, but we have to follow and obey it every step, every intricate step of the way. It's just like watching one of those damn, what is it? When you buy property or when you do something on the internet with Bitcoin or something and you got to watch the program. So she has a better program. You know when you watch the program, you start to learn how to do the algorithm. So she has an mega almighty algorithm, like the belly of the beast. That's what her name is, a belly, a stomach, right, or something like that. She has the God plan, basically. She's a female with a God plan, and just because y'all all mad right now, it doesn't mean she cannot implement it in November, and it can come true as soon as she's elected. I'm talking about overnight. They can send you 2 cards. First thing in the morning, you'll get them. I mean, very first thing. As soon as they pass the bill, like as soon as she signs it, they send the cards out. The cards are already made. Okay? This shit was in the emails. I don't understand. I don't think y'all know, or I don't think y'all remember everything. Remember they said a long time ago that they was going to give us some type of card or whatever? Yeah. Card that has money on it every month. It's like a UBI or whatever. That's her plan. Trump tried to make it his plan, and Biden said fuck the whole thing. So now there's a problem because we keep slipping underground. So the Marines got caught stealing girls. U.S. Marines got caught stealing migrant people. Migrant girls. U.S. Marines. This wasn't, no. This wasn't no, like, plan or sting or anything like that. These niggas they were, like, in control of a community, right? Yes, the Marines weren't the U.S. Marines weren't backing down from anybody. They're in another territory, in control of a community. Gun at hand. Shipping little girls over here to America. The U.S. Marines in other countries. So the other governments from the other country, they came and killed all the Marines. Look at that. So as a United States citizen, you're tight, you're mad, you're pissed off, or people got killed and they bringing back the draft. All 18 of the Marines that got killed, or whatever that was doing, the hostage situation, they was pimping the bitches out. So what you saying? There's nothing. Y'all keep trying to make this step of goodness. Like, let's just start over and bury the beef. How many times are you people going to start over and bury the beef and then start over and bury the beef again? When it's in your cops, in your FBI, in your Marines, and in your Army all at the same time, it means it's going down. It's not separate incidents and then 7 years later, something horrific like that happens, and then 18 years later, another situation. No, this shit is happening simultaneously at the same time. This is how fast it is. Let me just prep you up on something. You see how everybody's just like, what does everything matter? Because just that neutral of a second, you're gonna get hit by a fucking bomb. Right? That's the next thing. And then all y'all tough people, y'all gonna stay in the house. As soon as y'all stay in the house, y'all gonna start going crazy and be like, well, the crazy ones that we turned on, that we need to go get water and fish and shit like that, the people like me, right? You're gonna need me again, and I don't want nothing to do with you. So that's where it's headed. Did you not see the fucking the dude he went to the fucking hotel in the city? They kicked him out. The Army kicked him out. That's a public place. That's illegal. If they're able to do that, that means there's some crookedness in the government. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And the migrants know that they are being watched 24/7. TV, the phone, the corner store, all of that shit. Everything. They know it. They scared to death. They just want to take their visas and MasterCards and just get that shit to y'all. I'm dead ass serious. They want to take their card and just give it to you. That's how scared they are. They know what type of, as a human being and what we went through for the last whatever years, they understand as human beings also that they came over here for a better life and got treated better, and it's not fair. And they want to rebel against it because it looks like it's racism and colorism. I'm telling you right now, if there's one thing I can say, it's about an Asian, a Latino, or a Caribbean woman. It's gonna be a point in time where they put their foot down and say enough is enough. I can't take this shit. No matter if their life is at stake or not. That's the fucked up thing about life. Period. About being alive, right? And especially with women with that color eyes, because they always look to other women with blue eyes for some type of protection, and they've been doing that shit my whole entire life. But that's one thing that's gonna happen. One thing that's going to happen. An Asian, a Hispanic, or a Caribbean woman, is when it gets too bad and it's too late, they're finally going to take their lashing at the end. There's nothing you can do. You can't fix it. You can't be proactive. You can't even be reactive. Because when something is hit and it's destroyed, it's hit and it's destroyed. That's why a gun, you can lose when you bring that shit to a knife fight, or you can lose if you bring that shit when a nigga got a bomb. All right? So I'm gonna let that shit echo on you. And that was that frantic that I caught. You see how you can't catch that frantic as a citizen? Because you work your life. Have you been working your life and didn't go through what me and him had went through? I'm just saying. I caught his panic and his frantic, and everybody else is acting normal. Just a coincidence. He's federal property, I'm federal property, and nobody that's bugging out is saying, nobody that's federal property, these niggas that's just regular citizens that don't mean nothing to the government, they're not saying anything. They're actually calling the cops on him. So once that happens, the FBI becomes separate from the police officers. Just want y'all to know that. So all them white people that be out there trying to teach y'all something, and y'all want to call the cops on them, right, to protect certain people, just understand that makes a war between the city and state cops. They're together, but they're versus the FBI police, who is above them. And what happens is you have these crooked, dirty cops, or these renegade vigilante cops that's just not gonna go out on their shield, and niggas is gonna die, and people is gonna be, and blood is gonna be shed. It's gonna be dirty and crooked. You could have punched a police officer in the face 17 years ago. If he get into a situation with an FBI agent and he got a chance to go to jail, he could blow your head off. He gonna blow your head off so he could go to jail instead of having a shootout with an FBI agent. Y'all just don't know how serious that is. If you're walking down the street and seeing the milk, that's how we know it's too many migrants in here, immigrants, and see that a fucking army person has just put somebody out of work at the receptionist. Right? You're going to get PUA for how long? 6 fucking months? Yeah, okay. An army person just put somebody out of work. Not 1, not 2, maybe 50 of them. And who's getting paid for that? Not the person that got to pay rent, electric, pay for their kids, and food. Somebody that's already property of the military in the United States government. Yeah. So for that shit to go over y'all head, I'm gonna now be armed now. Now I'm gonna be armed. You got the Venezuelans hopping out on O Block, shooting this shit up for no reason. The beef not even for them. The O Block shit is not even for the Venezuelans. I don't know what happened. But they also down here fucking shit up too. And the cops is just letting it go. The FBI is going to let it go as far as it could go. And once it becomes anarchy, they call for a purge. These aren't words or steps that I'm making up. This is federal guideline coming from federal property. So don't just think you can take my content, sound smart on yours, Because as soon as you rub somebody the wrong way and you're not degreed to talk about that shit, because you're not the property and I am, and if I show them and complain that I have a degree in which they do the credit check, you are susceptible to getting in trouble. Yes, you are. Why is that? It's because you need paperwork to be talking about certain propagandas, crimes, and everything. Otherwise, you're just telling the criminal how to beat it and make the victim feel even worse. Duh. You got a regular person that just did 24 years in jail about to just talk to you everything that he went to jail, what makes a man in jail or what doesn't make a man in jail, as opposed to a teacher that's been looking at statistics and been socializing with people, understanding something and came from a fucked up background, him or herself. That's who gets $500,000, right? It's illegal. It's called COINTELPRO. That's why they released YouTube to y'all, and they took it from us. They took it from us, yes. The college kids from 2004. I don't know if y'all understand that I'm still mad about 2004. I am one of the kids, the college kids, right? From 2004. That you parents were just fucking hideous on. Y'all and your adults and all y'all. The teachers were terrible. Everybody. It's either make music or be homeless. Make music or be homeless. There's no surviving in the world. Yes, us, the 86 babies. And then y'all gave the future, everything. And left us out, and we still alive. So now that we more powerful than y'all, we're going to school y'all. Yeah. They took that shit from us. Literally. Facebook. Literally. MySpace. Literally all of that shit. And made it public. And said, watch this shit. We just told y'all, if y'all go on this platform, especially you, Julian Peterson, majoring in criminal justice and report on anything RICO, you're going to jail for 50 fucking years. Federal. Easy. I said, what? Those are guidelines. In states, there's different laws. There's something called a Commonwealth state. Do you know what a fucking Commonwealth state is? That shit is terrible. That's where all the murder is at and next to it. And we're right by two of them. Okay? So if they make New York a Commonwealth state, just like they make it a sanctuary city or whatever that shit is called, where people could just come in, once it becomes Commonwealth, if they become a Commonwealth, purges, yes, 24-hour purges, 72-hour purges circulate. Yes, that's why in the Commonwealth, things close at 9 o'clock. Things close at 10. Things close at 12. Nothing open past 12 or 1. Not even certain foods. Once the crime gets too much in the Commonwealth, the cops come and they start shooting every fucking thing moving. And what they do is they let the criminals that they just locked up from the same communities come out and just start fucking everything up. I kid you not, dog. I kid you not. Richmond, Virginia, a Commonwealth state, is way worse than New York will ever be. This shit could live for an extra 100 years. Richmond can die right now. And the amount of fucked upism that happened in Richmond, I'm talking about gangster shit, I seen firsthand, is never ever gonna happen in New York, people. Ever. Never ever. It's never. Yeah. Those states down there are controlled. California is not controlled. Georgia is not controlled. New York is not controlled. Y'all niggas need to be controlled. Tamed. Yeah. Or they gonna wake y'all up. Those 3 major cities, the reason why they hold y'all out from stuff like this is because y'all generate the most money. You feel me? Y'all generate the most money, so it's no sense of letting the crime go crazy like that because y'all the piggy bank. But if y'all not producing shit, we gonna kill y'all. And start over. The government, the army, nigga. What do you mean? The army is gonna chop people. Yes. The Marines are going to chop you. It's gonna be fucked up, scary, and cold and everything. That's how it happens. The Navy, you see we buy water, they're gonna come fuck this shit up. And people, regular citizens, they're gonna get fucking cracked. That's why they made quartering troops is illegal. Now look, if they busting your shit and they kill you, there's nothing you could do, right? But if they threaten you and they back up, this is a trick I'm going to teach you. If they threaten to bust into your crib, but they don't, they know that they're being watched. So don't back down. That's the trick I'm going to teach you. That's the trick I'm going to teach you. Do not. If they bust in your shit, you're dead. They just, you see what I'm saying? But if they come knock on your door, generously, trying to, weasel into the crib, don't let them in. And if they don't become like angry and just blitz you and come into your crib, they're being watched 100%. I'm not going to lie to you at all. That's what that means. They're being watched. And they're scared to death. And that's why they over here. And that shit happens. And as you know, Yonkers, New York, we had military bases right up there. By the YMCA on down. Warburton, Ashburton. What the fuck happened over here? Ravine. The definition of a ravine is a ditch. Slowbum. Are you trying to say slow bombs or slow bum? Are you trying to talk in different code and language? Look how this shit is built. Feel me? For people that's in Mount Vernon, or matter of fact, for people that's in Rockland County, right? Suffolk, Schenectady, right? For those type of people, if you think they hit the Trade Center again with something way worse, that shit is not going to hit Schenectady in Albany, you are out your fucking mind. So that means everything in a radius is clear. Just think about it. I'll show you a visual without showing you, because that's my gift. You picture the World Trade Center, you picture a bomber, and you picture the scatter. The scatter is how long? Exactly. Them shits be hundreds of miles. Not just the explosion. You're not just going to die off the explosion. It's the gas. You know what ether is? You heard Nas make a song called Ether? When he ether Jay-Z, ether is a gas that knocks you out. Yeah, it's a gas that suffocates you. It actually can kill you. If you could put ether, it's like a gassy liquid, right? And you could put this shit on a towel, and you could smother somebody and put them to sleep instantly with ether. And if you hold the shit over their face long enough, they'll suffocate, die, go under, and never come back up. Especially if they don't have a chakra. All right? The United States government made it possible that a lot of y'all, most of y'all, aren't able to activate y'all chakras. It's never, ever going to happen. They made it that way.